yetrasi say dia unim say Highway Sports on Promise Radio 102.7 and yede ebrana so yatrasi free summary akopim se no nsia ebebode ene entra na yemfa godie mu nsemo a yaboaboa no ena awie yemfa emremu afisem ewo ho yebekwa amono ne yefra mono ne ba badwafo betena se na oma pensem ni mu yede sempi ena ebremu ene anwumre wa bra the boss player Eugene Adupoku striker aje akonya kese na odi etufa kopim se no nsia bebo edi dwumadi no ebeba na wie ye boss good evening
solo na bibia boko de
achedi
se bibia ye kama ma achiri kama
oh yes
nti
kaolandi na so kono ye show kitwa bi nti ka o bai no aye show kitwa bi so na eja ye dia ha achiri
okay yesusa no na ye wo baby edidi wa Asaf market na omatuni din ensunyame ye
okay
ensunyame ye choba we omamanfo be kaya latter part of 80s early 90s no na eno ne choba na wo form pa wo kumase ya ensunyame ye choba ti ensunyame ye why
okay onze na wo office na wa hu say en sem hye nkrofo anu ba o muntimi nyimpie onze nka ayi krade ye se danger man krade obusa owie
danger ono danger no nsuro wi o
ono obusa owie so ye also buy no nka wo at least na wi ade
o na se ono se dia o ye se nye na se Easter Christmas wa anye hwe wa ko Easter ba bro chiro ko be force so ansa na be di o nka so obakwa we de me report no my TF4 TF4 we report no my TF4 o nka so obakwa
danger man
oh hello sports after the who minister
danger man
huna mani o
bibia boko
nyame adom if I say yi bibia akwa ne boko de
oh nyame adom bibia
kama say the why say you know say we play mu ani
hey
we just so the ho agi
ni brava
oh come on come
on me nka
think I say no make amends na
as my can any player that can say born again make catch papa woni say bibi to foma ne ho beto no eti do be aye
who say born again apostle enra say that baby
what's up
me who ya na bona sai ka settle kan che na apostle post no
was say jai me de pade ama for ya wa do say we ya ri nyina kama
ensu nyame ye maya de
ba won so rin connect e wa bra ye achira ye ba na ye seresere
o threaten me ana
da bi ye ka asem oh threat say
is it a threat
the guy no answer me report wa ma bro kwa ene commander kodu am no ma be fa sisi e
mu kodi ho ho chire wo mo masa mfa me nko ho
eze mu ya ye den no mu ya den am e free sabre ko pim se no nsia bebo aye be sori dwumadi ni so no ye ka mo se perfect skin and body therapy omo etayechi ene de Highway Sports e ba nyom nko amuzu herbal clinic omo so eka ho bi ena fe op wallpapers ena bosheba electricals omo ena aso ya se free sabre ko pim se no nsia bebo aye de agudie mu nsem de ato ne din Highway Sports ya tie sikwan so aye ni nyina e de ebebremo Solomon Carter e de ebewura ma no ne se de da ne da oye no no wi a afia bedwafo e wo fia wodi cat the danger man bafo wanka sa so no ate captain siasia enka Lasan Saiza Kito e wo fia na afise Obed onso e wo fia producers a motayachi emiede e ya agudie mu nsem ebremo e Samuel K Mensa afi e born again na the Piero we meba me hu no
na de ye wantumi ama
the Piero ni o
da bia na de
akwa no stubborn no okay Clementino the darling boy and the sports lawyer baba isa na me bae ma baba te na yibi kakra mani anye ho ai asa asem bi ase ade ato ne so no asem na no den mani anye asem no ho nti
a whole story
there be asem we dey no den enti omu nyina atachire ene de eye ensem no ba enen ensem ni bia ba twe ho nkomo ye ba fia Kumasi Asante Kotoko ni Nations FC gamer e course e wo Babaya Sports Stadium e na wotwe ai twa mu abra game no e course na no Asante Kotoko shego bi ma referee na ball no but we ball na offside
so you so class na
na offside e ma Kotoko supporters ni bi HAC assistant referee no e mo mu community referee so nya problem na ensem no kodi police for ensem ese ensem na free Kumasi akopie nkran eye ukọ eye GFA eye GFA security eye safety and security committee chairperson DCOP Lydia Donko ono na ese asem na kodi nsem na referee ene na assistants ni nyina omo so ye complain e de ma eye ma min ama se ba bia nsem ne keka akọ no ani na nhye da nyefe ani nyan nti ebeba na ya ba behwe eye eho ensem Asante Kotoko ultras omo so de krata kofi kesiem eye menhia se omo de adesrede eto eye opimso anim se Asante Kotoko bobokuo no omo hwe ba bia tim ne ekọ na ekame se tim ne ekọ kwa na ekọ na chi nti omo sropem so se omo adesrede omo de tu nanim se ka onhwe na nka nananom se de omo si 30 na chi because eye opem so de enti no nka onhwe na onye ni nyina kama emomo ene ewo dwumade ne so no ye ne eye president Edema Kotoko ultras no ebedi nkomo on the show ba for say wo na o de story ne ba no pay na onim president Edema eye Kotoko ultras
minim omu bia kasa na minim so na ye president bia
president ne Michael Ajimedua
minina kasa
on the president Edema Kotoko ultras South na House of Folks so aso ya House of Folks supporters ni bi so the petition akwa board chairman say petition upon petitions and now rubber bi a ekom dey akoma the board chairman eye togo afede say omosre na the dwumadi a wodi no mani je ho na mmom ade na efita na tuntum tuato a na esa asemo ya aba nti Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo and honorable Vincent Sowodote eye House of Folk new border omo ehwe ni mu se mbeko AGM ema ya approve omo no campaign for mienu de omosre board chairman so onyi omo mienu frim eno so ho nsem e wa ha ni nyina no yebedi ho enkomo e wo ye dwumadi esu we ni nsem bebre ena ya boabo no ayede Abraham na nwumrei e wo Promise 102.7 and afi Promise TV o share on Facebook Promise Radio on Facebook and I say Oyepa and Promise Sports on Facebook ho nyina no obetimi de wonsem afa amaya kan e wo dwumadi esu e de amaye mo bibia kwa babiem ye da wase se wo do afidie na ato a Highway Sports A2 ye de ani eche the United States of America ye ne president Edema Kotoko ultras sanyoma we intense se ye benya supporters group bia enye circles na omo hu se problem bi wo ho na omo de akoto opemso anim ne ultras so omo so e wonsem omo de akoto opemso anim ye ne Michael Ajimedua a no president Edema Kotoko ultras no na edi enkomo Michael otimenka ya mo akwaba enwumrei edeba Promise 102.7 and na afi Promise TV. Hello Ajimedua
hello Jibo otimenka
ametonka se bibia bokode online na ase wo akiri kakra ase wo akiri same monitor wani mo mi hese ba clear afedie dem na America te say
ko Jibo otimenka say
ametonka demu pa
okay
America bokode
America ni America say Juma ni
ase line ni twetwesi manhwe senka wo be chia wo ho a so hello Ajimedua
ya Jibo otimenka
me to osu ze wo country bay
no Bahrain na ma
em say same ho ne de ise koye normal call nti ise su production mo edu nti fa bi twatum sisi na ja WhatsApp no na enko kama ise uji ha no age ha no aka bom na ye bebre
double na nyabom
o say
double na nyabom
to di na djuma ho
No, they are now you said your crisis, you're very register. That's for battle or yard or touch him.
But didn't edge my home. Solo, the idea is over Konaka. Was a train Michael Ajimediano.
Okay.
I said to me, Michael, yes, I'm a baby.
You what you can say?
They say the baby would answer Cabot Majina, why won't shake the anchor.
Military base in Tina,
We also Neon.
Yeah.
Tina, you'll be also just some no. Okay. Michael Ajimendua, Yensa Ekutamokrata Bia, Mode Akoma, the chief of staff, Menshia. Na yenya we dey yenkomu bebre wa beka wasem but offer the headline of a year mu statement na mo say the miserable state of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club, miserable state of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club. Other na what describe Asante Kotoko say the current state no miserable.
Okay, people me that say the kind chair yera kura yana think for say to ebo diana ebo empase one apam for ne na tsakona na pia but for support this ultras ne omada ma pool which is Kotoko Global anyway phone yeah munya information here na communicate part of and I say as a follow up to initial command the akoto nanen through the party staff say in case you say this is where Kakoto you say echo because for the past years when it comes to Kotoko decision taking appointment of individuals about club I hear a certain part in that after 3 years that club nasa I retrogress and I say atiasa but we share modern terms of football administration one major thing is so paramount and I say it didn't in a club to academy aside local football when he said international football and other thing. Look at currently Manchester United. So the Manchester United crowd pedigree and I said situation not compare Kotopa. You could see say Manchester didn't work when it comes to things that a club should be doing as a professional club. Manchester see clubs like Liverpool more, Man City more, everybody, even Newcastle crowd at the same, all because of what of proper investment. And investment, you know, and what was acquiring the brace. But what we are calling for is structural investment, both on the personal side, financial aspect, so on. So we are calling on and best person can time and can use trusted networks now. If a black club, that job security, that security is there. We are granting you this number of years, 15 years, 20 years. We are expecting this amount of capital to be injected into that. Lay down the PIs, key performance indicators. To this aspect of the club. Returns never, yen save and I see into a trust fund. On fambo team obra. That is the way to go, say. The top fambo no say make up them state of the club now. Club now at the moment. Let me use any yare and from yare. And now to or run a club no for mention. But we share the state of the club at the moment. And I say, what the class say. The BBC cry is and I say to two year Sebio Nana Moniwa Nana Woma and some fata within a good dinner crane was This is what we are like as a body. And then trusting a mother body which is called global. I encompassing of all quarters. What you know, can say the entire amount can make me base on Manama, Bahrain. Anytime they mesh just PBA, Anya, one or two people like fabulous. What is here? Is Kokono, we are everywhere. The fan base, we are everywhere. We are global. On say, investor a back club in so one near ye club free. It's not a woman. Now, media queen, Tino. Yeah.
Oh. Same MZ idea, yene direct na yenko. Papa. Utie pa.
Ni follow pa.
Utie. Okay, ya baba asem. And some
cogent issues.
Here area so.
You bet dissect so na ebi wo hono mo a menene ya adwen intoto for instance saying security of tenure ade ba ko edi kotokonya even it is 3 years you are not sure say 3 years no kwa wan ga na wo di wie and night hey abe clear okotu wo say wa na wo kan wo say ni yare enye yefun yare enna enipa ko na woni yama yehu wo show bi na se na ni ya so wo share space nko ade a utimi hu apo you a successful football club in Ghana with 3 years as your tenure say you didn't feel me and somehow now build a good brand because football clubs today are structured in such a very competitive on the field of play.
Yeah, sure, me that's me that's so say na make no. Yes, say you mean say when it comes to networking, right? I mean getting connections to big institutions, you know, we mean class IMF, we can have what the past and some previous governments try to, you know, secure IMF facilities. So when it comes to extending the tentacles and also extending his links to finding suitable, and I mean the word suitable because again investors, they are investors, right? We did it here, so like I say, and I'm say bro, but now the person doesn't meet the standards of a proper football club investor. But Senana open up, right? Or J amount for to get the right investors to infuse some amount of money. Okay, I mean you can name it. So one that's all you say football clubs. You say the you can just mention an amount. You open it up. Amount for it, are ways. Okay, I'm going to bring in like $15 million, $20 million for this number of years. We hear this security, so we hear this assurance. Which I say, so like getting that required, and I said the proper investor to come into the club, to bring in this kind of money, to run the club the way modern clubs should go. I think that is. Yeah, this is a kakaya day to get an ending. Oh, okay. Email that was sent on Good Friday. Yeah, if my memory serves me right. Yeah.
One time. Now, more.
People say over here, meaning earlier, Indiana network near Europe. Now, me say this is not the first time I did say I got to Yenaneni. Okay, somewhere last year, Kotoko Orchard as part of the mother body now for Kotoko Global. This Loyal Red Army, and then VVIP. Yeah, they a similar petition to and I'm sure that this is not going to be the last one, right? Other ones will be coming for say no. This is what Nana Unanuma, your war, Amanone, Eyasi Nano. This is what we want to bring before you. Say Nana, say no, modern clubs administration, say me, you know, say me, corner. Ayampa, na you say utie, Nana no utie nema, but we still say this is the kind of communication and I said the kind of discourse that we need to start having with open so that you know say okay, this is the right way to go. Obi Abubakar say oh na say otu for say otu for 8 ya club ni bills any bibia so enka ya how no saying Gibo, between you and I, you know that is not the way current football clubs are being managed. Open source main case will need be but Robertini are holding on to how long? What you are there? Or two also projects near the Eston. In other areas. So when it comes to football, and the best would have been said or open up the club for investors. Now man Kasaba with laid down KPIs, you know, profit never. This is how it should be administered. Maybe I set it up trust fund. You know, you push this amount of money into club infrastructure. You are pushing this amount into youth projects. You know, you are pushing this into management. That way, no, because I'm a new and come out to for alone by spread across market and its environs. That is what we are saying now.
Okay. And the kind of money response.
Oh yeah, we were giving assurance there. The best TBD from Penny4, and like I said, yes, what the even in the Bible, right? One said, "Mamina call judge in any one so." Of course, boom. So it got to the point that judge said, "Let me give this woman a judgment," right? So first one, the second one, so I follow up, and could see why there are series of approaches or measures that we are going to adopt to get the eyes and the ears of the team.
Okay. Anyway, Mochana Monterey, Ambassador so.
Oh yeah, the train. There is another approach that we also use.
Okay. Now, you know, say Kotokoi, Nanua, Opumso, Asia board or Muchemono, or the two man himself, or Domase, or Mujumedi, or Mubedi, or Monfrencia, all twasono, Oshia O place, and Oshia, Asante Kotoko circles. Na echere said the circles edimu eba kotoko support na nti obi be bisa say adan na man fa circle for mpanyifo so because omo de omo ye recognized by manhia and edu see take decision kra kotoko ma yetimi tu ensa de from emo so be kire omo adwene man fa ho na bia omo en lead am kwa mamo.
Okay, Jibo be that I think that you push this narrative into the public ama yes sir, that is the fact, but ordinarily the circles can never stand anywhere and say they are the recognized body of Asante Kotoko supporters fan club and that's a fan base. Yeah, and may verify fact based on the Fabu census in input. We are factually based. NCC couldn't even command less than 20% of the contributors and asset subscribers on the Fabu census. What you are saying? And you know, Oko Capse NCC recognized fan base based on what? At the moment, you see, I don't want us to go into that.
Based on one, and the assembly circles more. Currently, ever circles no issue about a mensia and a handle. And I'm another one. When opem so be so take a decision the next step e se kotoko no o invite circles and no kire se kotoko supporters ko ahodo me emphasis e wo menhia ene how menhia dealing with supporters and I make us say because circles no access e do time I be say take a decision on kotoko a ye fresh circles ema circles ekwa madwene no e kire se omudi mu menhia recognize omti adan na momfa ma ase momfa omo so because omo de omo ka edimu
Jibo se akase circles eka edima. Let's even look at do I say advice and ask suggestion the circles in conjunction with the Akopa and whoever Edima on how Kotoko should be run, no? Between you and I, do you think that is the best solution or the best suggestion that we can give? Stay near around the club.
Me advice or the mind on but the members me chene say omo de Kotoko ne do time see take decision ya frɛ omo de omo so mo kan mo pese ye de nwoma gu akwam na Kotoko esi kwan so na ne dibre as team kese no yehu se Kotoko ye team kese enti ye tie se akofo de ka mo de fa ho a se nka be kontam o
oh there be Jibo you can't say the circles for what? Circles doesn't represent us as the entire Kotoko fraternity. Let's get it clear. Circles almost represent you. Because circles look and even among themselves, I hear no making me mobilizing on their own. Circles acquire one or two individuals, right? Mm-hmm. So that narrative, that is where I don't want us to be pushing that narrative. Mm-hmm. Of course, Chairman K5, Wabemu right? Mm-hmm. There was the last time about Studio. Okay, he was part of a conference call that we had, and then we were pushing this discussion and other stuff. Such Chairman K5 is also a patron of the circle. Mm-hmm. What you say? But we don't want to go through that angle because they don't represent our cause. The word is they don't represent our cause. Mm-hmm. We are the entire global populace when it comes to Asante Kotoko supporting fan base. Mm-hmm. What you say? Then you contribute much into the Fabu census. Mm-hmm. Then when it comes to virtual seat and everything, if all is normal, when the club is in the right state, then you push it that course, Mm-hmm. And at the moment, based on this strength now, we think, sir, and Kotoko, and I say, let's take this decision now. If the NCC there, I think the NCC has a body crown. They even have their own internal issues that they have to handle first before they can even talk of providing suggesting ways that Asante should be run. It's almost omnipotent. I wish saying share the substance of the matter to say no.
Sir, and 1 year for you, me baby, I may have what you say. More the first one call. Mantewe second one aba yenim de be kwa kosi ye twen de wo kwa na ofedi okofa bible masem na ade ba ye se mo be pia ene memfa ne se what receive say fabu census no could do stay even though Kotoko supporters all over the world contribute to but the management here with the National Circles Council so what the mechanizing me be me chene say the be ya masem be duru tamame aso asem because ensema mo raising eyade a obi anim se Kotoko challenges eno no but say the be ya masem ni be duru tam na yaka masem mama mo no ada na mo engage wo mo na nka eho ne de akokwe mama me ba bi masem ne wo no no
Jibo ni wudi ko be sure say assassin o say enkomo we ya sha te di enye right. Mm-hmm. Makan earlier said we've had sessions and after discussions and not even Chairman K5 was part of that discussion with. And he has even been on your studio for like a couple of times. He has raised the issue. Say, I'm part and I said, no party from credit in command. Not almost some angle was towards the structural development and other investment of the club. I mean, Chairman K5, as someone meeting, obeying my dad, your party make a say, yeah. So Chairman K5 maybe can say, Chairman, so only and I say what party for me in commodity say. He will confirm what I'm saying. But the main pressure you don't focus this on narrative, no. And that is something that, well, say, your dramas are narrative, but and sister, the circles as we speak, Jibo, read my lips, they don't represent Asante Kotoko fan cause. They don't represent us. What you say? And yet, in Papemu and I think Chimu, but the circles doesn't represent the entire Kotoko fan base, you know. At the moment, you know, Omo contribute to Omo adding value when it comes to Asante Kotoko fan base, you know. Circles ain't do even 20%.
Michael,
let's change from that course. No,
now, I'm saying, Massam na American or Masi. So, what the American ya say? So, we share by Kotoko Constitution and the structure of the club. On several occasions and recently, ABCA. Anytime Bia or Pemso, take a decision, the next step of Kumasi Asante Kotoko no, we involve the National Circles Council. Echrese ojo omutum sa Asante Kotoko bobo no supporters ni nyina no omuti ene wo mo se de be ya mo asemu boduru hu ne ye kan yi se mo se mo de ba akọ ye van se ne mu group mu hi asem kura sima menya sure se manhia beje so osobo by circles asem simi manhia ati committee so mu wem ti se de be ya mo asem ne bedi mu no ade na mu engage wo mo na mo fo mo asem ne mfo mo so no mo fa nkoto manhia nim
Jibo, I'm a young team. Because ye Chairman K5 playing your town common weapon. And Chairman K5 said he's a patron of the circle. What you say? You needed this town common way, and he was even in agreement with J.A. Kano. What you say? But the thing is, we are not routing it through the NCC because the fact is the NCC doesn't represent the entire protocol fraternity. So it is there. The king is not being briefed on the right information. NCC doesn't represent the entire Asante Kotoko fan base. That is the fact. Okay, I say. At the moment, NCC, when it is now Kotoko Constitution, what was the last time I Kotoko Constitution?
Michael, you yakra no. Menu mienu yentimi nchenji no say. When Otumfo Pemso ehia BB from Kotoko supporters fronta. The first point of contact Kotoko National Circles Council. Anameboa.
Yibo, so what you saw during why call it general meeting or whatever, right? What we were told was Otumfo Fred Ninanam. This was what we were told, right? Otumfo Fred Ninanam. Even though we some kind of invitation I said common. I don't want to go into that cause because I have stories to that. Otumfo Fred Ninanam. But of course, the Damenya wa how do you call that man? Oh, the former old player, the former player, Kame.
George Kennedy, right. Thank you. So they stood up and then they spoke, right? But what we are saying is that if we want to go the right way, right? If we want to channel the right course, the NCC doesn't represent us. And if they are legally, they are a body. What you are saying? They are a body. But the activities of protocol support the NCC doesn't play any role in it. What you are saying? Because at the moment as we speak, we have other organized bodies or organized groups who even perform more and the bigger responsibilities than the NCC. That's why I was trying to move away from. Yes, I said I'm taking on the NCC because they are a body. They also have their shortfalls. But let's look at the protocol populace. What you are here? The protocol fraternity. This is what we want. Okay.
Sir, Mekaka said, there are NCC for an opportunity. Dibo, let me put this question to you. This is and I said suggestion on the command with 2 1. Was that the right suggestion?
I know the
No, Jibo, I'm putting a question to you. Was that
I know that it depends on me and now what your opinion.
Oh, no, it doesn't. We are talking on how football is being run.
Mm-hmm.
You're running football, sir, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm even sure, Kraser, we took for on running and saying, how we should have answered, the way we should have run was based on the recommendations of the Professor League and Incasa Committee report. Circles in South.
But okay, say abroad we invited supporters group join our formal committee, no. I'm afraid any other supporters group apart from the circles.
And I'm a catcher say that narrative is something that has been pushed that it has never yielded positive results. It is other now in the body of the communication. We were saying that you are practicing certain approach, and I say you are adopting certain approaches here over the past years. No, it hasn't helped. So this is the time we need to move. What you have here? You cannot be doing the old things, the old ways, and be expecting new results.
Okay.
So this time there is a call. There is a crown call. So let's move from that approach.
Okay.
You get it?
Michael Ajimandua.
Let me say Nana Kwame. As we speak, Nana Kwame Dankwa is even more concentrated on Okoro United than Asante Kotoko. So how can I say Nana Kwame Dankwa? 2 or 3 days ago, I saw him promoting and championing Okwawu. I think not even kind of Okwawu census name, whatever. Like this is someone that, per your narration, he's an NCC leader, right? But today he's standing somewhere pushing the cause of another football club. As our football club qualified by Premier, that club is going to be a competitor to my Ashanti Koroko. So why should I route my issues through him? You get it? Chairman Jamenya, when was the last time you heard him talk about Koroko issues?
I know na make catch that say Uti, Michael Ajimandua. It is sometimes I say was him do baby. So what the mention as you. But I said the bear asem ni yebeso mu no. Obi wo kra na na bia one ne kra na wantwantwi e wo montem. But because of person was asem duru ho no. Utimi de fa ho. The most important thing is yebeso was asem ni aka.
Yibo, let's move away from the circles issue, right? And let's tackle
Michael, yeah, good suggestions and I'm raising me sure say there na netie ne nana no no. Yeah, kwa enimi ya no, ye bom pa ye beti good news from suggestion a. Mo de akwakoto e mention.
Enwani ya this again ye plead the to open swimming.
Okay. Michael Ajimandua president edema Kotoko Ultras omune nei omode krata omode mail akwa the chief of staff ewo menhia Owura Kofi Bedu omode omonsem aka ho yebedi akire ni ahwese de besi akwa Michael that's for your time.
That's Jibo me sa tia busiafo wo na I don't know who is there at the moment but
danger man wa ha danger man also to nka che
Kacha ni say nyamia when duty calls I was not responding but the way che bia no better nka why.
Okay, Michael Ajimandua that's it. You do see Chairman Edmonaka. Good evening. Bavo chairman so chiao. The general manager of Samates.
O my contribution and kabe do.
Aha, mama say
because so no e ba sek mu sense mo nimu papa. Edmonaka e yen Samates. Weekend or tough match o.
Omo boy
mediama.
Samates.
Me
only say Samates so
amati.
Only say Samates so mo launch o mo so supporters mobilization.
I think say o my figures in papa wanten for nya bro agro
enti mesira bafo mesira
na contribution di ba
mesira ni no concentration no nko bonye sama test enti aka mesira saa we die mi ara me power cho o de yo sama test
kotoko ne da so ne mo je
wonu mu ba
kotoko you ena circus no it is Aka's baby aka
wonu mo je mo ena ba dia wadu no kotoko so na de du no
ena ayan me jitum but
eti asem ba kotoko ma fa ne ba bi o
e kan ko fu asem o do no tituma manu no
o say
manu no
akoy patron o
circus patron former national chairman circus no and making aka woni enti
ba for ma say free so e tie kotoko ultras president Michael Ajimendua onomo petition to the office of chief of staff mentia maminti
you first and foremost Michael I show said he doesn't recognize the circles and as on any group no it clear say omunfu say circles no okan ba bi say circles no doesn't pursue the kotoko ayi a omo no mo pe no inte clear say omo no say pa some baby bi no say circles no no do mo ko bata wo mo ana so mo do mo ko bo mo ana so mo no mo ko ye de en de ensida menya anka wo futo na ade ma wo no na ko matie say a house divided against itself under no circumstance whatsoever that house can stand. Why edintina make us because so omu nyina ko as a supporters front under one body or one umbrella ebeboa dan say ebenya sprinter groups and they unze okay ali madonna mo you know omu kuro mo tie no the warrior
aye
so what I say
enyina
but the circle still
omo yes some dey fight circle
omo yeah me catch them say dey na enya yes say groups bin be identify omo why kuma pimi ni ho no mo ultras see so omo ho ni nyina ho but you appreciate that circles na ye papa panyina na say ye maame panyina na say ye nuanom panimfo just that you know you pursue a certain ideals be and a certain agenda be therefore you pursue you can be independent and still a member of the group me ba chonye sa enti kamenya say omo di omo as a queen dey mini problem say omo ye ultra but omo for recognition ma circles no omo accept say circles no is the mother body of the kotoko supporters moving forward you know won to say the okan yi on betimi ni patrons na kasa on betimi ni mpenifo na kasa no maka cho say yes ye come ho by ade we dey pe say ye fa kwan so say ne ye because say ne wo kan ye no say kotoko ne timuru a etena se no so person one ne madi nkomo ne nana no mudi nkomo na wo frefra on fra ultras on fre kumapem on fre hwanwani on fre hwanwani obefre kotoko circles leadership no mako represent mu nyina it doesn't that necessarily mean say we are ultra say we are kumapim say we are whichever group you cannot exist tina make us say you can exist in your own way operate independently and still be under the umbrella of the mother body which is the circles no enti bi sere wo mo say ne be ya omo be nya the needed because me sure say one of the reason why probably and I'm just second guessing or assuming ebia mention mu awomo and say probably mention doesn't recognize any other person than them so probably mention doesn't recognize any other person than them and you know than the circles no ntia ba ne sa no na kwa bibia ho no mo but head of sports me na raise issues bebre amene ne ya adwen crop ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko of today infrastructural investment aye ade bakon team ni hia pa ya kan infrastructure investment see nana ya ene ne board no they sought to do something whether it pleases somebody maybe say someone me say I spoke against it but it and you say bia na me feel say they could have taken a different path omo no mo ya de no so feel say they will take another path fine but they started something Dr. Keke Sapon started BB something that you can build upon. Ebedu baby no. Yeah. Ene obi kan asem bi kire me. We kotoko ni. O say ade be ni yapan so beti se kotoko so fota bi e de kotoko kototo house ho. Because house maybe house eja kotoko esi no. House ko ja kotoko crack and onu kotoko ni no ya na odi hu yawo. Say omo what it takes. So for football club na fe no Kumasi Asante kotoko no a. E wo akadia. E betima ye bibia any proper football club bia ye wo Africa how the man other places in Nka. But Africa had there any proper football club bia no kotoko sa no many nyina bia nso betima ye bi kotoko can own its own clubhouse, kotoko can own its own proper training complex, kotoko can own its own female team. A lot of things that kotoko can have. What mean say yes, where they say you are running a proper football club. And to say many other kase kotoko is in the mesa. I tend to agree with him. Yeah, kase structural development, infrastructure no ho. And they want the structure as administration, administrative structure cramp on kotoko dey at the same. And now for House of Folks is here. There's the board no ho. Whether somebody agree with them or not, there's a board. Officially, the new board will come into existence after Thursday. So, who we are, an MD, they want to go the way of an MD. Other club will have say almost CEO, and I say whatever we want to have it. Because club they are on a structure because we're more than operating and the kind of structure I would hear you. So now an MD, administrative staff no, accountant we be a Juma. Just pick it out to you new IMC normal diabano and go through and look at proper structure even out to you with all the difficulties. There's a proper structure. IT person, supporters liaison officer out to you. I just have it right in front of me. My own out to you. Oba kotokwa nipa miensa nipa nine uniano mienu head of sports uniano mienu ataniata yogurt omusi mimisa say we ask him how much you are well versed in international football omusi we ask him team bena coach no eka management ho
o so asemi ya kan nya na na ebeka
o so say that this here min person issue the word absurd and I say bizarre but until the structure in terms of administration no kotoko bro send ye so and it has to properly be laid down. Media almost send me be more calm me no mo ya adwene a kwan na mo fa so no and na minim say eye kwan pa say nya kwan pa na say betima mo the required results no more penwa media me yen some training me ti asem no a kotie be camera be ka it does not necessarily mean say I believe in it or I stand by it or whatever it is and I think say ka ebeya say nebeya o ma de ne benyam be yedu pa no say can we still say Christopher Demenya is the chairman of the NCC? Can we say that
say
so almost friend so no dia so he can walk to mention because I mention recognize or no a bit more than let me put it that way. So almost friend normally ni share say papa ye idea ni fa koma ye on fa kono mama ni pressure I think say first one e call ya say deliver no physically no say nka ye sack sinta de koya probably be ambade san komati bibi kebeka to say ya reject and ya som ye hwem and am beti enke be hu bibi and I'm the second because in some of what be I share with them, I agree with them. Fantastic.
I say be asem no.
Na send ye be ye be koku dus ni nanim amma wanya muaye na me de ha me say.
That is the issue. Eno na ayi me twi Michael Ajimedua na adwene baso ba na wontie. Benim say omo a lot of concerns about the circles. Yes. But at this stage bibi besesa no ba for ansana bibi besesa no gise BBC so tere me chena se nti o de mama captain na owia meto ma asem no so don't worry Kabito.
Yes sir.
Mama nti wey
well Michael has said a lot he's made a lot of points most of them some of us we have been arguing on that you're all sat in our closet discussing the way forward of Asante Kotoko, how Kotoko should be run compared to the top clubs in Europe and how football is being run currently. Because one person be free say situation whereby it will be banned now 3 years. After 3 years, you're down now for ba na team no say oba or no so person be chedo to beti maye because of obeso chedo beti maye ntino that continuity no anyhow now on so ba be ni there because oba I don't know the day some my supporters no I believe say enema bia the ho na ntimi anya no oba be so ya na akoye say more of a political party be MPP, NDC, Ghana way of say yeah govern Ghana no Kotoko more or less is becoming like that. It's the biano I say should have jina fa be na say Easter number na kako actually na tiko actually. So if there are proper ways of running football, na football clubs have become successful na igna hu bia na say also if you happen to be a Kotoko supporter, you want to bring that here. You want to bring that here to the power that be. I say it me. And so assume be near the every system my yeah. So on some of the by name person of the petition is something in a right frame of mind. I believe it's good. But then about that, I'm about in person, right? And I'm anti you know the emails and before so sabo so and maja paye e ho na me feel say na all try say then nka na nka omunye na as a whole supported body e bia nka circles na nka ultras no hembi a whole embodiment of the Kotoko circles no Kotoko supporters you know no kuma pim whatever na nka even though it is coming from the ultras but I want to believe say these people and some more can so we now say you bring up now on board they'll be singing the same song. Yeah, they will accept it because that has become the order of the day. It needs sana football no, it's been run. It's why not? But then Michael and his people think say on their own way. Say it will take it 10 years crying and say very responded to Oma maybe that I command on betraying fine. But whatever been the case, circles, obia every sprinter ibia babia group obia babia Kotoko no over to circles. And there's no doubt about that. You can never disrespect them. You see the point? Otu for himself, I want to believe the circles member because and I don't know Kotoko what do you call it? Kotoko census.
Fabu census. Otu for openly said Christopher Damenya. Right? Is there a register no? Okay. Now no number 1 to Kotoko yeah. Can say we on the no the O2 for the choir as on choir so more register no eba bishim. Because the name was mentioned at that because Kotoko recognizes circles much more than all other sprinter bodies now. I feel no maba. I don't just say yeah. But everybody will fear. Bianca or TS advice no. We are going forward. Ever try to do that? I think it wouldn't be bad. Okay.
But whatever been the case, I'm looking at the name of the buyer. Say, Bona gave it to me. I don't know whoever is there, no. Reliefs, no. Uncle, you're talking about infrastructure development, right? It has become necessary. Say every football club that wants to be run professionally, you will need such edifice. Sadly, man, it will be the house of folk, you know. And the name number 4 clear say Kotoko house of folk supporter. You know also more agiwa. House of folk supporter. It will be built in Sabbath. Like I said, this is for us, even though about a huge cost, but it's just a matter of time. If you are seeing it will get a point, okay, and people will appreciate it. So I think it's good. Then you're talking about don't come here. I want to be bulletin. Second one here. Good. adi opani adi wo na what you say what I say o highlight ni say na ye hwere dey can sem so the boss na so ye ya me no ya jine oh when no can say no can say you na collapse of different sensors the last time you spoke to
almost a lack of infrastructure collapse of fabu sensors and virtual seats lack of permanent management structure poor recruitment bad performance on the part of the technical team.
You see, for this census here, I don't need a count. I don't want to try to chum or try to explain. Say, almost have started relaunch also. Now they are still on it. I want to believe. We say, it comes back to that continuity. I don't know what to mean. Now I'm Ponson's administration highlighting of big time. Emma, a bear idea. Now we are going to support our room. Ebini, have men's buy our day. Everybody that time was membership drive. Obekaya. That membership drive registration. But men's halatiano bia. And I remember at that time we come register. Because we are going to support and now free say you own the duty says so register now contribute to the club. But the woman have the acquiring the money made the buy and to us him. And membership drive no tonsum. So wait there I want to believe we say Senka if that it comes back would we another call almost third mokano. Say permanent management no. What I say management no. That is why me obi to say sometimes no you canvas say Kotoko administrator should be there permanently. It shouldn't be part of the management that comes in.
It depends on your work.
What I say? I'm talking about Kotoko administrator. I'm not talking about a particular person. Whoever is Kotoko administrator now, you employ as Kotoko administrator. Serve as an institutional memory. Of course, that's what but that position should be there permanently. Whoever is there. So one idea, we fire you, we hire another person, but it shouldn't be given to management ever. Zakito management never. No family
management never no want to know.
No, and when the club no was at the net, I want to because of the Nejuma. Hey, only let me say, a club no.
That's a man.
As a structure,
many a team na mama. Team ya de mama ya mama skau. Yes, me family sikame.
And you don't come at all. Hey, yeah, you don't come at all. Say you want maybe anyone at that time was over Kotoko. Well, at any point in time, a lot of people who wants to do Kotoko. It is say they can do 2 for ayo, almost ayo. What's the one when you want to Kotoko among? That's why banner or 2 for say media. Administrator there. I want my administrator to be there. What I say? Pierre Carobes will be about with my administrator there because of us all serve as institutional memory. No, buy anyway, clearly you take you through and you go. So if such thing, you don't necessarily need a permanent management, but maybe a management will last for some time. Maybe for a management that can go, for example, if. Now, supporters feel to say Herbert Men's administration was doing well. If supporters feel and another administration was doing well, the more maybe a more mum to have been so bit my 5 years, 6 years, up to the 10 years when I so much more a sonia, why not? Okay. I inquired the other say you heard 2 years or 10 years piano, no more for such a crusade. We're going to get you out. Because this are
message in Mensaka, why? And to us, you know.
On one point and churchman.
Twas
the first Drew baby no. The circle question now. Circle question now. Circle question now. Otoma Macarajman Diano. Emma no echo off track a cra. And I say the thing said the main issue. Wasn't dealt with properly. So that is the things that the back and forth with the circle, you know, Emmanuel Lucy sat the crown. The main issue, I think it was not properly addressed well to their satisfaction. You know, nanka o mano kakrebia nanka.
Say me point no o man tini Zach. Yede kotoko no. Kakra yinim wo ho no eno ne ba ye beka kakra bi na yin na ne beka say wanya opportunity I get closer to Kotoko issues, especially when it comes to key decisions making. It depends on say do be see a time no, but ena yeti hey say Kobasa opem so person take another decision on Asante Kotoko me kan wa ha am obi ate say obesa first cycle for
no say that the based on
so what the mention say but adebu wo a ebi a wo Zakito mimi nu mienu say de obi hu no nya sa na ehu no eti yemfa ne say ebi akotoko ultras kotoko global other supporters group hu say circles ne nya omadwuma. At the end of the day, the circles that didn't take decisions for Kotoko. But more taking decision, ma Kotoko no recognize the circles. And they hire tea. Say circles do masem komensia, ultras do masem komensia. Ye beso circles di nim. Eja ultras di no ho. But uti echira, usu betimi afa kwan bi so. Ama wa asem na wo pese wo kan edimu. E wa bra do wa asem ko efa circle for so. Eti yemfa ne se Kotoko global na Kotoko ultra. Omo share the circle leadership. Omo de nsemi ya to omo nim. Ye pese ye nyina e ka bom. Ne yekoye presentation. Edema ebia the chief of staff. Me ye show so we Kofi Bedu. Say obi say Christopher Damenya. E place e call. Ana so de fa ne secretary kwame so. Say Kotoko supporters. Ye pese e be share ne udi nkomo be kasa da bi. Omo duru a chairman ni ultras ni Kotoko global ni other supporters group ni ye pesi e din komo ni nyina ye hwe kwan ye befa so abo Kotoko team no eti ehwo no mu nyina mo ye mo presentation wi a Zakito se obi abebo ni din obi abekere ba bi ofri ba eti ehwo no beti asana ju se se Kotoko no kra ye wo support other supporters group bia omo contribution ase ya underrate o enu se omo nso ma ase na se ka na pebu wi amama na mo so ma ase mo ka edimu ehwo na me twe Michael Ajimedu a adwene koso no because minim other supporters groups a omodo omo petition akomenhia but do time I take a decision on Kumasi Asante Kotoko na say kufu gina ho
no say
recently Prince Oseje kum group yi kuma pemom de bi koyi opim so take a decision na say na kuma pem vo nyina ho na NCC chairman gina ho nti bibi betimi asi ama bibi asesa no, so to the mention say
no say the club no based on its formation, its registration and how owner no the owner of the team, yes sir, I team no on any day the supporters group that is officially recognized by Mensia the circus no na oko even ya register say Kotoko supporters there ekua omu leaders in terms of omu circus in terms ibia no makoto so aba leadership of that circus no enti based on how you recognize those circles no there's no way and you be nhemudie bi wo Mensia I for Kotoko ho be for any other group member bi ya da bi they will call circles but you see there are other groups say na Michael Ajimedu SHNism there are other groups that are Kotoko supporters are belonging to circles and no cronium member those who are not even second members no I'm not second members
when they say we here you
understand
yeah
it's no we there the movie say omodie yes me support of Kotoko I don't need to be a second member before I support my club I'm also saying those who have joined the circles no eti sometimes yes otie Mike e mo so be am free but they think say almost odom
no dey obia no mu nyati
say me ba ho they think say omo odom and they also think say their contribution to the club no financially
yes especially to say virtual seat reason why a virtual seat ain't mean function say to say there can no just one person be kind of correct about 80% of Zika neighbor no if you Kotoko supporters or more man on about 80% nti Zakito omasemo mo kan nyina no me form so but say be ya asem ne ye be so mu no I want be be problem
I see now just a minute na be where the contribution be but MCH say obemu as a call nti me na agree say
other contribution no dey ba
ono bit much mu yasin say na me canon honestly but they all kind of sound good in my ears it sound so good in my ears Mati. Sorry
now you see Jibo sisi ati say make I before have been the headlines back I see there's no circus yeah let me before have told us based on what say that and say I say I feel be no be mentino o yanka today the circus is yanka now circle no o show ma why na o hwe no now na we example na kwa me na no yan tipo de sko bu enfriam na so an shede
de menu enya ti so
mama kama me
ti asem na ye ka no enye about personal attacks no wan
ti I'm betting
you person na be ko ba bi o tina me jaye no ti ye nyina ba bi e person kan say enyo me ya kotoko ultras e de agu krata so ya ye nyina bi da ye ni ma ye kan so what me china say e ya asem a e se ye bo wo mo na asem ni ko duru ba bi e se duru na be fo hwe it is not about personal attacks baby asem no se de be ya asem no betimi akoduru na mpanyifo asom eno ne baby e eti enyi asoma Caesar Kito bafo wu ahwan enfrim that is not what we are discussing.
Nobody is doing better like that. Me say
forget that na your work o
me asema
na ayi we o wa ha yes
I'm talking about circle because on akwa won advise me circle na
asema ye kan Zakito
no we can't take it out that is the portfolio
Zakito
na akwa me
is ya chome maybe say a question abra opemso efra mpanyifo eno ma take decision on kotoko no o ma na obo no mu nyina ho I don't know munim timomo eti asema besa na take personal names and hwan ni nyina outside tete susubribi hwan is not important
man come as me that is where people men come attack obi am say
it doesn't come in
the circles is not function
it's not function but so somebody fa na ati committee amurhim
aso get it asemo
e ba chonya bote circle na o se ni tete
functioning
circle na function no because men share form committee protocol trust here ni meba protocol trust ho ni say the problem be asima men share better committee
meba cho ya to committee if who ya dey net committee e chese men yeduma
eno so chese men share recognize the circles.
Nobody has said anything different from what you are saying men share recognize but what I'm saying is that now they are there by name, they are not working.
Sana wo hu no.
And when is the last time you see them working?
Agi don't take kotoko nsema si.
And yet this kotoko asemo we are talking about today. And now it say when was the last time you
saw hu bi o.
Oh, you must be okay say
e tufu etie.
Be asa make no dey different. You are talking about how almost wa e don work. And I mean so what say
ye mo ye nuanu ma.
Asema and the thing we say today nobody can tell me circle for the past 2 months have worked. They are not working.
Mama kasam chiro.
They are not working.
Men kasam chiro. Tie me ne, tie masama making. Aha eti na me kasa asem wi. On chema kokwan Bonzaki 5. On chairman Benazil. The current chairman of the NCC, Ora Christopher Damenya. Omo komenhia sisi e bi program mo wura ho.
Oh, and they say
ti asma meka whether say gu ejina ho ye dey o menhia recognize the circles that is the most important thing eti ye mo ye nuano mo no mo nsem no mo de gu krata so no eti mi ko to chief of staff anim ye eti sa personal you know dey bem say and we na we na work as gu no
when I started my submission e be I no follow me starting with how menhia recognizes the LCC. That's what I started. Their importance. I can say and say nobody will call other members. They will call the NCC. So I started my submission on how important the NCC is to Mencia. But I can't do one-sided submission.
The other side is
I have to also let the public know say circles now Mencia organize they are dormant. For the answer is a fact. For the past 2 months, they are not working.
Omonya dormant to mention. And
the different
assembly can yakofa ba yakan wasem nyina ne say. Kotoko ultras and the dekrata kwa koma mention. Omo recognize almost team owners. omo se nya bredi kan ni em se ba fo me de toast me no ana me nsa na mbuso omo se first one omo nya response bi omo se da bi second one also omo de onya bible mu asem no be ko tuye so mdo mbe ko so ya ade no so team no kwa na ekofom team no kwa na ekofom no kura da ho no so tere me chena se eti kwa be na e be fa so a ultra senior other kotoko supporters group at least omo wonyo bi a wa wo tena se na wo kan mo se ade we die e bia nketimi ko duru panyifo nim ye ne tena so a ye betia ba akom ye num yensa bi a e betia abo akotoko e ho na esa asem ne wo asem no e be de na manhia so asem no ma asem no motimi ahwa me atimi di bia ye adwuma
mo asem no mo de koe no
e simple as that ga wona mo ya
komo nya response by now
No,
so tell me chana say
we are making look like say circus no over the years have like asemi o makabia no it has worked.
Let me tell you something.
No, we are making it like say
don't we might have problems with the structure of the club and how the club works, but don't underrate circles influence when it comes to decision taking.
Nobody has underrated
don't
it.
Ever underrate it.
Nobody has underrated it. But I'm new. Omoko make a suggestion. What they say, when they have, you see, this is a group that have shown, say, they have, like, relevance. What they should be doing to the club now. When they have the opportunity to make meaningful contributions away from the club. I'm so basically.
And you be the same performance and your papa.
But what I'm saying is that they've shown for the past year, said, their relevance. I don't commit my block to go to Mpono. Yes, I'm doing it.
Nyina ye no kure. Za kwa sama ka nyina obi aka se nya no kru. Ba asem na ye gina so na ye kan sa nyoma we mem. Trot le mechire no. Asem na ye kan sesei no. So mo ye relevant to so mo bu bo ho mo dwuma de o mo die so ani emem. Ekwan a ensem kama ya o ma twoi a mo de akono. Se de be ya panyifo be som. Na yetim dia ye adwuma e ho asem no ba uti omo a say ba be say ko senior wa atese me
so be say senior pa pa what you ma say omo say some of the patrons and o be say omo no obi say chamake fa say omo no ne fa ba uti a omo no di nkomo pa enti at least some senior figures of the patrons circles no one or two do omo no di nkomo because they think say omo there they are able to and omo level na omo ntiase no and they feel say you see you some of the leading figures of the circus no have shown say there are no people who can rely on such matters eti me dey say me say bejo masem na tumo say omo njo masem na tumo and say na person marriage no yes, very good points. Malaysia going forward. Yeah, football club. The way we are running football and how we are running Kotoko, it deviates from the normal way of running football. We should put proper structures in place. And then, nipa for now, see. Yeah, don't mind say this is not what means no. Because there is no proper structure in how we say boko na ko to ba ko no be 10 ejuma. Eti ye di tum say so ko to ko no ye see ye infrastructure. Last week senior super na mensu no video bi na kotoko ebo kemfesa ha me pa cha mo video mo fa video no skills obi ahwe bi ha kotoko support aworo ba ho besu kotoko training senior wula pa etwa ayinasia no just imagine say abomi ko ka play bi a any problem you me pa cha mo video no fa to skills so
Over Raminti way.
FIFA for ba home big pa.
I say Samson Kablan. Mokaina. Sampon Kablan, sorry. Also no is it FIFA coordinator or something. Now has J Champions League no. On the FIFA for you say on me survey has team no. How a team is team that has a World Club Championship no. Also do has sitting down say but then what you know about the Champions League. As you know you won the Champions League getting on this pitch. As you know over Raminti o
common na e da ho na e de pa la enkomo no e wo aponi apo bebre na se ese aponi nyina no ote ase ansa na enkomo na sipi de di kan ye nsema outress no o matwero de tosu mienu ye se nsem no mpanifo besom amatimi aye adwuma ti de na jibo wo kan ye se eku a eba asante korokon hihie mu a yaje o matumu a omugina supporters na nemu o muka asemu a edimu nyese o ma maka na asem ndimu o edimu na mpanifo so mu ntem no circles eno nkyere se asem na all stress natural no enya asem papa but the point is si ebeji ade na tum ame timidi aye adwuma ntem no ye wo kwan bi a wo de faso a ekontem che kwan bi ensa kwan ne circles ne kwan upo unless you don't know asante concept because the decision to accept the circles is as a result of impemfo atnase hu say management bi ebebe bia yenya ekuo bi esore eta o machi enti agide sa akuo ni nyina atumu a most of the time sa management ne kope na sa akuo no ababedane ekuo a enta akotkonachi biem but esore etia the next asante management ebeba sa akuo no kra ne sansore entia na agu enti therefore let's accept the circles enti na my say circles no aso mu no for a very long time o ma gina mu a survive enti because at the point na
ekobu okra opeso ugu na apeso sana je so kodwan bi yes
I'll come to it. Etu sha me ka ali ma do na no so warrior sen na warrior so later energy mu group na no so ye den energy mu so group faithful. So we've been through these systems. You go through periods like this. And to say o person wa asem ni dimu a yes circles whether o mu jiro mo na so mo their standard their strength will be discussed another day. But so person nko awo ye kuo na wo sori ya timi be through circles level no dia it will take you so many years to achieve that. It me ase we maka the new guys should embrace the circles and force the radical changes our person cause for circles.
Yeah.
I see a tikrumai. Nipa bebre were a lot of issues with the delegate system across all political parties.
Yeah.
Ba upo one you use one.
Wa onye delegate 7 December ni suduru abeto aba.
Aha. Enti o be se wo sisawa. Omo na be kwa yi nipa ne ya brew.
Tia na be ka se upo. Enti na be ade bi wo ho a o be se wo sisa no. Ana e bi be se ogunu ji so kodwen ne.
Enti se wo person na wo su koye bi. Na ne e wo kwa wo pa wo njiska. No ato ama nipa na wo ji so obetimi aye adwuma no. So what you say? But one yana sad ya. They be one about ko yabantu say MP no open the power ba.
Because said the Kotoko global for no transfer no. Omo ni esi e den no. So mo ba circle no sesi a e be sesan o. They be sesan sesi e.
Omo win positions no.
Afobon so mo no mo come say tie.
But one na nipa no e national president. NCC national. When be bounce dey be Asante do no oda no. Ebia will take you over. You can therefore decide say you introduce the social media guys no ajeje omu nyina afra. But yes quite a circles and have survived decades. So they have a nice plan. I was going through the same omoka. About this so beka say same way there yembongu. Because Kotoko enya permanent structures. Esuro ne betimi asa and the permanent structures will come with a transfer policy. It will come with the total club policy phobia, the short term, the medium term, and the long term. Some your money but how can this issue be so many treated? You can contribute. And to show the management level, time and na upon some also no. Na omo contribution na ade ampanifo som. Mpanifo titum. But eno ye the management level. Etu kai time na Lord Opokunti wo ha. Na Warriors ana Arima Adona down no. Na management need tum, but na Faithfuls ni techiri e wa another side. Faithfuls was Dr. KK upon time. Sa na tie but say bakwa koduru efficacy menshi ahono de e through the circles. The man me betimi awọ kwa o betimi ma recognition bi a o deserve. But those radical changes, institutional changes through the circles. So they have to be part. Or they will find ways of getting the leaders of the circles to be part of this petition. It will be through a petition, no one finding ways abenya damenya ba be ka ho. Give us a na mo nyina ma ka bom na ma tworo na bia ma peda kro na ma ye no we kra nye email asem you take it there personally. A physical presentation. So physical nye baby ani nim hari o. Your baby e duru ayi odi enim no. So I don't have an issue with your mom raising. For instance, infrastructure. I mean, it's obvious.
Kotoko zero.
They were talking about Fabu sensors and virtual seat. Now me calculation.
And as you go with the Fabu sensors, no. Over so deactivate here. Omo ye film. 20 million.
I can't really tell. But put music.
Sir,
I say with me you won't feel.
As I said, it's a virtual seat, you know. It was one of the best ideas here who a football system.
Yeah.
Abrofo ye. WWE you know me bi. COVID ne buy no. No me inviting go from bar now. To most of my some LED yibi. Now go 40 you know me that so getting am virtual seats. Got going to me yes our type ni bi. But the stadium was empty. Ti asem ne etiawa. We ye kotkochi 10. E Kaoba stadium a obetua 10 cities. O de one pa momo number no fatum na ye ne tesese ne wo buy. And because of how transparent and not policy near, any send your ultimate tough one who or who here away here, people were contributing. There was a virtual seat room, you know, 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah. Let me to fool my club in the next away trip. It's a month, no about 2 home matches and 3 and now 2 away matches are 2 home, 2 away. Virtual seat make me my fool for every and your next away game will be okay. Now Fabu sensors never month no. And you can pay the winning bonus of the players. A car club no overspending because you crew man a sponsorship gates. Sponsorship in Kwana Papa na say. League na nkase mo sponsorship gina say. Into a gate. Club ha Ghanaian team send na store. No aka say wo ko akoto kotokocha na akotoko cap na contribute bibi to the club. Ebi ni ho. So sa idea we na ya idea nipa no de buy na foundation. In the next 10 years, I think will grow to a different level. The backbone in terms of the financial drive of the club. And to be raising issues, I didn't call from young Pejamwa. A idea untimini in working here. Yeah. Perfect. Yanka Kotko, permanent management. Tell boy one academy. Yeah. What about Besuya de Okotoko? You can't take that thing away. Obesuya de Okotoko. I heard I think almost 2 or 3 times. And I had Monaka way. Or a gentleman Jama Samates. Samates is benefiting from errors obey and definitely obey jumo baby na oye newer. You make errors obey from so, but you learn on the job. Into again now was relationship our building because what venue we know build relationship. Who the way in beating clubs and a hon your man the groundwork in no. A brasso ya got command the platform or invest in Nipamono or the cost Samates. And then I'm a canana kwame. Was your Buo Kotoko or the Bakobe Wufro? Savuduku now is with Future Stars. Obe Kotoko lawyer. Where Kotoko lawyer, say he was the communication director. Into no Dukotko Namha was your BB, one mingle with the football people, and then or the Future Stars. Dr. KK Sapon, or call as a camp. Dr. Kwamiche Nations. Kennedy Bayer Kotko PRP, and all the co nations, on the Omo branch manager. And to shame Wabon say. Kotoko at some level of administrators. At the end of the day, no, and I'm the 3-year policy, Nipaneba and Apamono, a cloud from a disorder, and to be calling for permanent structures. Nipano Baba for floor, infancy a foul. Yaman be 10 years or Sorano Pan a Jumo Nims or a Kotoko Juma, or a lawyer to the Kotoko brand, or ya from Swa, Yabe Panasano. wanya na adwuma yi an ye pam no enya management we aba na oko so nipa ne only loyalty to Kotoko
okay
not personalities
okay
enya afa no aba be transaction because Kotoko nti ebi obi aba branch manager one ebia jibo boutique I establish a partnership and no sign no ono true ono no na establishes a partnership no jibo time so your sponsorship na gu but imagine saying ka wote wa ka be pay bebre aba be ka ho na benefit Kotoko permanent management structures perfect recruitment okay say chief of staff ka say Kotoko transfer ban it was as a result of Lydia and Cancer Committee because almost share Kotoko sika almost spending on recruitment nay huge say sa list of names any sika sisa ho no e bi kura ba omo be flop so they in fact transfer ban into Kotoko so sa about 60% of Kotoko's expenditure transfer yen fa nko she youth team no near man be 3 years you benya players a free ho what happened to that policy and do na answer anya so there's no recruitment policy it is based on see wa obeba and I will decide the policy ade be adwuma into obi kika sansen we nyina bom no kasa nyoma nsesa Kotoko poor performance on the field and the dreams now CAF champions confederations cup quarter final e ho na first na Kotoko nya confederation no okobo champions league and wako group stage na anya yi anu aba be fa can say confederation ne sa it is season na has no Kotoko confederation no they were both playing in the Champions League and you knock them out and omo mienu nyina no ebe ball knockout stage ni winning here on the first now about knockout and you do be a two group for different group and Kotoko ne has to top it because that time no more the Champions League energy into a maba they say Champions League team about Europa League no about retreat form so into that was the Kotoko and half standard na Champions League to mobile Kotoko top the group has top the group no come final and then se Kotoko the group stage of Confederations Cup you say that's how standard na drop it so that's it performance of the field increase here these are legitimate points but they have to build themselves by joining the right way which is the circles
senior Shamo
Minia
have you ever called there
already adom
okay
ayi na na miguso a
Dion
apa chade afi de mabre
senior Shamo ni nua da fom nyame yad ma me da ebe na ayi ne baso e wo agona mampon
agona okay nsuta
kuna ne agona atwam jamase mampo nkumi
ona what's anu no yi na se o
tell you of amachi dede
everybody are recording
see ya me je
you see me ba ma betina chire kakra and some mo kan nyina legitimate points but you see se want me amfa kwan a ese se ofa so anka wasema enu mpanifo anim ye behu so ne yehu because we a wo ka asem ebia the recognition no ye nyamfa ma wo se ese se wo na wo resist those points and some mo kan nyina ne enka ya de o nya afa no mbeka che obi se sa ne man nyina ye ne ma Kotoko nim dada but mai and na obeka wo se oh Kotoko ade ehia we yese ye betima yese ensem nyina wo gitum meme gitum obade gitum are wa gitum zakito oditum sesa ne man nyina hia but you don't just baby ayen ka se ko I say ye tie aye nye mrahye badwafoe say ye nimnya nsem bi nim asem bia sese ye pese ekọ panifo anima age se ekoka che parliamentarian ono ne yetu de say onko kan asem mai I don't think say asema mo kan genu di obi adwe ye no eye but then
baby adwefa
the client call na mo ye say omo kan hu bom enya one solid front me fo say aluso betimi aboa o because meme wa kwa no sa unity no kwani wa ya in time wa say at Manchester United mo na one solid on one front no mako kan masem
emra mo se glazers on person share mo penifo ba ko na ko ye one group e na ko e na ko ka wasem say yesu ba yi amia te say heaven ni nyina e nyina say etimi ko bi but o say mene no kure
ninkwa
mene ekwan no kure ninkwa
obi nkwa
ja no was what channel no
yeah
kotoko channel no dey. That is what I think the more ponder over. You may have all that the epitomize, you can epitomize wisdom. It will trim